My name is Joe. These are just opinions. I am Joepinionated. Today on the Joepinionated List, Music Edition, I'm getting ready to count down the top 10 songs all time from Canada's own Barenaked Ladies. Now, the Barenaked Ladies started in a town called Scarborough, Ontario, back in 1988. Ed Robertson and Stephen Page started the band, but it quickly formed into a five-piece quintet. Jim Cregan, Andy Cregan, Tyler Stewart, and Kevin Hearn round out the band, past and present members. The band broke it big in 1992 in Canada with the album Gordon, and they broke it big in the States in 1998 with the album Stunt. In 2009, the band broke up, or they left Stephen Page out. The rest of the group went their own merry way. As a Canadian, Barenaked Ladies, it was really cool to see them make it big in 1998 with Stunt. Felt like the three albums before that were even better. Great Canadian band, pumped out a ton of songs. A lot of people find it a bit soft, and I mean it is. It's soft, lighthearted, easy music. I wouldn't say that every Canadian's a big Barenaked Ladies fan. I mean, I wouldn't say every Canadian's a big Tragically Hip fan. They're not. Song number 10 all-time Joepinionated List, I have from 1996's Born on a Pirate Ship. Born on a Pirate Ship. We have the song Shoebox. The song is written by Stephen Page. Stephen Page is the member of the group who they parted ways with them. I don't know. I wasn't there. None of my fucking business. Number 9 on the Barenaked Ladies top 10 songs off of this album here, the album Gordon, which I do find kind of funny because one of Canada's most famous bands or Pride and Joy is this band called the Tragically Hip. They had two Gords in the band. Very Canadian of them. I remember listening to this album actually at Cactus Club in Vancouver. Cactus Club was one of those places back in the day where you could throw your peanut shells on the floor, and I thought that was crazy. I remember a bunch of my cousins were even younger than I was and just stomping peanuts for the good of it, and the staff didn't mind, and I thought it was funny. For the fun of it, they were stomping peanuts for the fun of it. So anyways, this album Gordon definitely reminds me of my cousins from Salt Spring, that family that was with me at the Cactus Club that night, the 5 crazy kids. And they had this album at their house. I used to run around their house on Salt Spring and listen to it on their surround sound. They had speakers in every room. The song is Grade 9, from 1992's Gordon. It's just a song about them pointing out all the things they were when they were in grade 9. This is me in grade 9. Okay, number 8 all-time Joepinionated List. In 1998, Barenaked Ladies put out a record that broke it big in the States with the song 1 Week, and that song was massive radio roadkill and won't be making my top 10. I'll let you know right now. Spoiler alert, you could not pay me to listen to that song. They played it so much on the radio here. But this song comes off the same record, and for some reason I never really got sick of it. It's the song is called It's All Been Done. Okay, number 7 all-time Joepinionated List. I think this was the song that kind of made me a fan. I'd never heard anything like it. It was came off in 1992's Gordon as well, and the song is If I Do All These Things, but it's very relatable. I buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat. That's cruel. Maybe a nice Chesterfield or an Ottoman off of 1998's Stunt, written by Stephen Page and Stephen Duffy. Barenaked Ladies song is number 6. The song is Alcohol. Alcohol, alternative to feeling like yourself. Probably my favorite song off of Stunt is Alcohol. Confirmed, my favorite song off of Stunt is Alcohol. In the description, it has a link to all of these songs in order, starting with my number 1 and working down to actually number 20 for Barenaked Ladies. Number 5 on my top 10 Barenaked Ladies songs, I'm going with the track off of 1992's Gordon again, Be My Yoko Ono. You can be my Yoko Ono. You can follow me wherever I go. Especially after watching Peter Jackson's documentary he put out, I've just got a different respect for Yoko Ono. John was just in love with this lady. Number 5 all-time Joepinionated List for Barenaked Ladies. I'm going Be My Yoko Ono off of 92's Gordon. Harmonies on their songs is something else they're famous for. Off of 1994's album, Maybe You Should Drive, I'm going with Jane. Lovers in a Dangerous Time is a song they came out with a little bit earlier, a Bruce Cockburn cover, which is very beautiful as well. Number 3 all time for the Barenaked Ladies Countdown, I'm going with the song off of 1992's Gordon, and the song is Brian Wilson. In case you've been living under a rock, Brian Wilson was the lead singer of the Beach Boys. At one point, he lied in bed for a couple of years. That's a whole story unto itself. I haven't heard it in a while, so I don't want to fuck it up. Somebody was coming in to help him all the time. And it turns out they were bringing him drugs. He sat in his bed and listened to music. And it's about him having some kind of writer's block. He's lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. This is a sing-along in Canada anyways. I'm not sure if it's a big song in the States. I know it was on one of their live albums. Number 2 all time, Joepinionated List, off of Born on a Pirate Ship. Born on a Pirate Ship. I'm going with song number 2, The Old Apartment. So The Old Apartment, this is 1996, this album. Broke into the old apartment. This is where we used to live. Sort of the walk on by from Cake thing again. The hole I punched in the door. This is where we used to live. The old apartment. Like and comment. Tell me your ideas about Barenaked Ladies. I'm Joepinionated. These are just opinions. And I don't give a shit what you think. I'm a Canadian making a list about Barenaked Ladies. I think I'm allowed. So number 1 all-time Joepinionated List, Barenaked Ladies songs. Their first hit, Enid. Now in Canada, we don't have MTV. We have Much Music, or we did when I was growing up. And that's where I discovered a ton of music because I'm just in that age of I would watch music video countdown every week, even the Combat Eclipse in Canada. I remember Nirvana's About a Girl being the champion on the Combat Eclipse for longer than any other video. Much Music, I remember seeing this one. I remember thinking it was actually annoying when it first came on. I was like, what is this? I thought these guys were like another version of The Cure or something like that, and I just wasn't ready for that. I was still a kid, so when I heard If I Had $1 Million in grade 9 and Brian Wilson, I put it all together. And then I came back to the first single, I believe, which is this one, Enid. I love the lyrics. It's a great song, but just the Enid, we never really knew each other anyway. They were just kids talking about like all these things they could have done not to break up. This is the song you should listen to if you don't know who the Barenaked Ladies are. This is a song you should listen to first. I like their stuff later on after Stunt as well, and I've got all the CDs here. Kind of sad that Stephen Page isn't in the band anymore. Between him and Ed, they were kind of the heartbeat of the band. I know people that go still see them live to this day and said they put on a hell of a show. So that's it for the Joepinionated List top 10 Barenaked Ladies songs. I didn't do a whole ton of research, but I've listened to these guys tons. They play them, in Canada you have to have Canadian content on the radio, so you get to hear every Canadian artist way more often than you would in another country. I'm sorry I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. Respect to Canada's own Barenaked Ladies.